to ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
I want to reiterate first with all of you the facts of what happened today.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense.
She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle.
The news is going to say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not.
So we'll just slow things down a little bit here because we're having some conflicting information. On one hand, we have the Secretary of ICE saying that this was an act of self-defense, and then the Mayor of Minneapolis saying that absolutely it was not. And then the members of the public, they are divided, right? And I want to hear from you guys down in the comments below. What do you think about this? Did you see the clip? And would you say that it was an act of self-defense from the ICE agents? Or would you not?
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. As soon as it happened and we learned of the incident, we had several priorities. The first, of course, was to get the victim to the hospital and to get care as soon as possible. To the family, I'm so deeply sorry. There's nothing that I can say right now that's going to make you or your relatives or the friends of the victim feel any better. The second was to get ICE off of the scene. There were dozens, if not hundreds, of ICE and federal officers that were there at the time. Having them there was only causing more chaos. Having them there was only making a difficult situation even more problematic, and one that, yes, they created themselves.
Absolutely. So I have not included the clip to this video here on purpose because it's pretty graphic. I didn't want to put it on here on YouTube. But from what I saw, they had told her to step out of the vehicle and she didn't. And then she tried to drive away. But I didn't notice that she was trying to run anybody over. I just noticed that she was trying to run away. From where I was looking at it from, although I just saw it online, I wasn't there in person, I didn't see that they were in any kind of danger. And in my opinion, I don't really know why they decided to shoot, to be honest. It's not clear to me why they would use that much force. I didn't see any immediate danger to them. If anything, after they shot her and then the vehicle was then like just out of control, that was even more risky. But this is just my own 2 cents. For any of you that have watched the clip, comment down below what you think. We're going to look at a clip from the Homeland Security Secretary and see what she has to say as well.
I want to reiterate first with all of you the facts of what happened today. At 10:25 a.m. Central Time, Immigration and Customs Enforcement were carrying out lawful operations here in Minneapolis. Because of the adverse weather that Minneapolis has seen in recent snow, one of the vehicles became stuck and ensnared in the snow. Law enforcement were attempting to push out this vehicle, and when a mob of agitators that were harassing them all day began blocking them in, shouting at them, and impeding law enforcement operations. ICE officers and agents approached the vehicle of the individual in question, who was blocking the officers in with her vehicle, and she had been stalking and impeding their work all throughout the day. ICE agents repeatedly ordered her to get out of the car and to stop obstructing law enforcement, but she refused to obey their commands. She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism. The ICE officer, fearing for his life and the other officers around him and the safety of the public, fired defensive shots. He used his training to save his own life and that of his colleagues. He was treated at a...
Honestly, guys, like, I can't continue. I'll let it play, but honestly, like, when I watched the video there, like, the officer actually chased the vehicle a little bit and then opened the rounds. So he was not in front of the vehicle, he was on the side. So he was not going to be run over. She was trying to get away and he literally went after her that's what I saw.
A local hospital has been released and is now with family. I encourage the American people at this point in time to pray for him, but also to pray for the deceased's family and her loved ones. Today alone in this country, there have been 4 different domestic terrorist attacks on federal officers by the ramming of vehicles. 3 of them happened here in Minneapolis.
Wow. So 2026 is going to really be like top in 2025. It's starting off with a bang, I tell you. This is really, really devastating stuff. I understand that like law enforcement, they need to do their jobs, right? And we as the population, we need to comply to let them do their jobs, right? But also there needs to be like the kids' gloves, right? Like you can't just use like live rounds on citizens and like people that live in the country, right? You can't do that, in my opinion. Like use like a pepper spray or whatever. Like it just seems like a little bit like over the top, right? Like I didn't notice that they were in any kind of danger, and I don't know why they didn't use one of those plastic bullets or something else less lethal. Now we're gonna look at a clip from like the general public. A girl, she's very, very pissed off, and I want to know down in the comments below, do you think that her rage is granted in this scenario?
I watched the video, y'all. I watched the fucking video. The news is gonna say she tried to ram them. She most certainly did not. They ran in her car, holding on to their guns, and then they shot her when she tried to drive away. She wasn't trying to ram anyone. She was trying to get away from a dangerous situation, and now she's fucking dead. If you are okay with the fact that they're gunning people down in the streets, in the suburbs of Minneapolis, then you're not a freedom fighter. You're a fucking Nazi. Leave my country. Leave my state.
Wow. She is mad. And honestly, I agree with her. Not to take sides here, but from what I saw as well, like I agree with her there. Like she wasn't trying to ram anybody. She was trying to get away. And they actually came from the side and then opened the rounds on her. And that's just what it was. It's all on tape and you can go watch it if you want. But honestly, this is the signs of the times when we have, because you actually have some people that actually agree with what the ICE agents did there. And they say, you know, people need to learn to listen. So just because you don't listen doesn't mean that you have to get like eliminated, for goodness sake, right? This is just my own 2 cents anyways. I think that like there are way more crimes going on than what that lady did. And I don't think that she deserved that. Anybody deserved that. Comments, opinions, thoughts down in the comments below. Be sure to give this video a like and a subscribe. And until next time, peace.